Alright guys, we're here with week 1 of the NPL, and yeah, here we are. So, Adam's team is looking pretty much like what I expected. There is no Oricorio Pom-Pom, so didn't really need the Rock Slide on Lucha, but that's fine. He's saying whoa, and I think he's saying whoa because I guess he expected Mega Pidgey up. I guess he expected Excadrill, and neither one of them are here. I'm not sure what he was expecting over them. But he's basically brought the exact 6 that I expected. So I'm pretty happy with how I prepped for this. My game plan, since I see Nidoqueen, is still the same. I will lead with Azumarill and kind of play from there. See what he wants to do. Looking at the matchup, obviously Coco looks very, very good. If I can Z-move that Diggersby. I'm trying to think of like what his Scarf is going to be. It's either going to be Diggersby or it's going to be Finny. So I'm going to be prepared for that. Assuming maybe like an offensive Shaman, but it could also be defensive since he knows how weak his team is. Azu. There is no Infernape on Adam's team. That is a huge surprise. That is a huge surprise, and that is very good for me. It kind of wastes my Ockerberry on Amoonguss, but not maybe, because there is a chance he brings Flamethrower on Nidoqueen, so I can kind of take advantage of that maybe. But my basic plan, like I said, is I'm going to lead Amoonguss, not Amoonguss, Azumarill, because I do have the Keviet Berry. No Infernape. Okay, so the Chople on T-Tar now can be used more to deal with Kang. That's really nice. That's really good. Amoonguss looks really solid in this matchup too with the set that I have. Really, really nice. Doesn't get pressured by Ape now, which is so good. Taunt on T-Tar is not really needed here. I think the Stealth Rocks are better, puts a lot more pressure on his team. Azu seems like a great lead, because if he leads Kang against my Azu set, I don't think he can knock it out unless he goes for like... Would Double Edge kill my Azumarill set from here? I don't think it can at all. Like max attack Jolly. He has to be Jolly in this matchup, by the way. I'm just throwing it out there. For some reason they don't factor in huge power into Azu in here. But yeah, I can drop a free player off on him if I wanted to, but Azu seems like the best lead here. As he does lead with his Diggersby. So Chungus versus Chungus actions. So what I want to look at now is Diggersby. So if he's banded, he would have to be banded in order to kill my Azumarill. I don't think Life Orb can actually kill me. No. Life Orb Diggersby cannot knock out my Azumarill from here. At all. And if he was banded, then like I said, he would have to be adamant banded to even have a chance. If he was Jolly banned, then the most that he can do is 97.9. So I have a choice to make. I either click Knock Off this turn, or I click Liquidation to ensure the Diggersby dies. If I click Knock, then Azumarill does get very weakened by Diggersby. I'm just going to check Thunder Punch as well, for the sake of it. I don't think it does as much. No. Knockoff won't kill Diggersby, but it's more to catch the potential Shaman trying to come in. He may think he can just knock me out here with Jolly Band. But like the knockoff's good too, because if I get rid of the band, then it means I just know what his set is straight away, which is really important. So what is the roll on... I mean, okay, the thing is too, right, if he's adamant banded, and he locks himself in EQ, then I can just go straight into Lucha, and fire off an attack, if I want to, for free. If he locks himself in a return, I can just go into T-Tar and get up my rocks, which are more important, I think, in that situation. So I think what I want to do here is actually click Knock Off, because I feel like Adam's play is going to want to be going into Shaman, or he's going to choose to attack my Azumarill and I can live the hit. Then his next play will be quick attacking and I can go hard into Buzzwole. So I'm going to click Knock this turn. I just want to double check. I don't believe Diggersby is a Z movies. I'm going to click Knock Off here. Knock Off is my play because knowing Adam, he has the Shaman in the back, which is most likely for this situation. Or the Finny, which is why I really want to click Play Rough too. But Knockoff is super important on this Diggersby to be able to shut down whatever it is. It could be AV, like I said, And if it's AV Diggersby and I can knock that shit off, that's really good. And if I see that it's banded Diggersby, what I can also do is potentially go into Coco and put some pressure on because of the Z move, being able to then just straight up kill it. So I'm going to knock off here, 100%. I think Adam either clicks U-turn with Diggersby. I don't even think he clicks U-turn, because Adam might just be afraid of me being a choice banded Azumarill with Aquajet, because that has a chance to kill him. If he's not running any bulk, that has a chance to knock him out. So I think he'll be kind of scared and want to swap. So I'm going to click knock here. Yep, he goes into Shaman as expected. We get that knockoff, does 28%. He reveals the Cobra Berry, which was probably for my Mega Pidgeot. Okay, so that has to be a very bulky Shaman, right? Because, I mean, I'm Kebia. But that has to be a bulky as fuck Shaman. Because he was holding a Cobra Berry. So I'm thinking, like, he's max HP for sure. And then he's got to be running some defensive investment here. Is he running max? For that damage output, he could be timid with a lot of investment there. He could be bold and then be running not as much investment, but definitely looking like a defensive Shaman spread, which is good news for my Amoonguss, which can just kind of come in here pretty freely against the Shaman. Also, Shaman being weakened already, it's pretty fucking good. So Diggersby swapped out, which leads me to believe he's running like some kind of aggressive set and not a more bulky variant, which is good news. But yeah, my play I think here is just a Amoonguss 100%. I don't think I lose anything by it. He could try and maybe force a double here to try and take advantage of the situation, but there's not too many things he can actually double into against a Amoonguss here that puts him in a great spot. Diggersby, like I said, is really just going to come down to what set he actually is. And my Amoonguss can potentially take advantage of it, so I don't know. I'm just going to go into Amoonguss, dude. It's my play. I'm going to wait, though, because he's taking his time, so I'm going to take mine. So from the Shaman set, like I said, it looks like he's just running a shit ton of bulk. Maybe like bold natured, like it did 28%, so he has to be running like, for the minimum amount of damage of that like attack, it would have to be what, like max HP, defensive, bold. Like he may be speed creeping something, but he's definitely very phys def, so that's really important information to note. I'm not sure like what he's doing now though. I guess he's just contemplating what kind of Azo I am, or what kind of play he wants to make, or is my internet down? No, I'm connected to my iPhone, that's good. I've got the hotspot set up already. Nice and clean, nice and clean. I think I'm just going to go hard Amoonguss. Like, I don't really lose anything from it. If he Seed Flares, it's fine, because I don't even think he can kill me with Air Slash from there. And he may just try and Synthesis up, or he may try and, I don't know what he's going to do. But I can just go freely into Amoonguss against Shaman, and then I'm going to double into T-Tar, expecting Bronze on, because he has no reason to keep Shaman in, I don't think. I kind of want to attack again with Amoonguss, but it's not worth the risk, since with the Kebia, I can always stop Queen, and with Aquajet, I can always pressure Diggersby. The crazy thing about Adam's team too is I'm looking for his wall, like, Diggersby is by far his best wall breaker, but like my entire team is prepared for it, so that's awesome. I just gotta be careful of when Diggersby comes in against T-Tar, because that could be a problem actually. I don't know if I've done that calc. What happens if a T-Tar... So obviously if he's choice banded, I'm pretty sure I die. If he's scarfed, it's 56.3% chance to OHKO. But if he's like Jolly, he can't actually kill my T-Tar, so that's interesting, I guess. I mean, regardless, we go Amoonguss. Like, there's no other play. Okay, I'm gonna put my phone on charge so that it doesn't like run out. I just put test in the chat to make sure like I'm not losing connection here. I'm assuming it's Adam. Okay, he's still making his decision apparently. I guess he's deciding on what he wants to do, but I'm gonna go into Amoonguss. He's gonna Psychic, it does nothing, so that's good. Psychic does nothing. He has to fear the potential Sludge Bomb here. So, pretty sure I just go hard into T-Tar. Because, like, he has no reason to click Psychic again, I don't think, in this situation. because he's risking getting sludge bombed by Amoonguss, which he obviously doesn't want to do. Now, I can probably tell from that Shaman if it has any special. I gotta quickly do something actually. Back up here, go to Team Builder, use the Solrockets, import export, save, because I did change my Amoonguss set before posting this one in. So let's import. Right, so what I want to see is my Amoonguss set versus a blank set Shaman going for Psychic, because that'll tell me if his Shaman is packing any special attack investment. Probably not from that damage. I mean, that was potentially a max roll. I'm going to go hard T-Tar. It covers another Psychic play. Obviously, I can just take any hit from Shaman and pressure it. And it covers the hard swap into Bronzong. So, yeah. I don't see Adam risking keeping his Shaman in because of the fact that if I click Sludge Bomb here with Amoonguss, I could potentially knock it out. And as he's seen from the damage, he knows that I'm not like a def. Well, he doesn't really know what set I am from that damage, which is good. Like, this Amoonguss set is kind of designed in that way, but it's pretty free, I think, for me this turn. Oh, I could have stayed in and play off the Shaman too. That would have been sick, but on this turn, I think it's safe to go hard T-Tar, because against Amoonguss, the only real mon Adam can go into is either Nidoqueen or into Bronzong, and either way, T-Tar has a good matchup there. I can EQ the Queen into a Pursuit, because Sandstream and Choppleberry, and Bronzong I can just straight up Pursuit. So yeah. I don't see any downside. Adam is taking a very long time to make his plays, which is reminding me of my many a good match against Cheeseboy628. I'm feeling pretty good so far in this matchup though. Like Amoonguss, whatever health is just taken from Shaman, it's just going to get all back, so that's fine. So nothing on my team is really taking damage. We know that Diggersby's scared of Azu, and we know that the Shaman now has no item, so it's not switching in as freely as Adam would want it to in the future, especially on Azumarill play roughs, which is really nice. So yeah, T-Tar's the play. Still doesn't click the move. I like clicking and then seeing whatever happens, right? So I'm just trying to think of, like I said, breaking potential. So it could be a Scarf Diggersby to counter Coco. I'm thinking it is Scarf Diggersby. The more I look at this matchup, it has to be Scarf Diggersby, and it has to be like an offensive Kang. I'm thinking it has to be an offensive Queen too, which is why, like, if he goes hard Queen here against my Amoonguss, going T-Tar is so nice, because I have the Sandstream up, which will mean I live the Earth Power, and then also having the Choppleberry to live the Focus Blast, so I can just straight up EQ on the Queen, even if it does attack into me, and then I can, you know, double accordingly if I want to. But I can then chip the Queen to where it's not a check to Coco, and then if the only check left to Coco is Diggersby, that's pretty nice. If Coco can just come in straight afterwards and revenge it, that's pretty good. So I'm going to go T-Tar. I think Adam's play, basically, in this situation, I don't think he risks his Shaman going for Psychic here and then potentially getting weakened by my Amoonguss. He could potentially try and Synthesis to scout for damage, but I just don't think that's a good play. I think his best play is either going into Zong or Queen. But like Zong is immune to Sludge Bomb, Nidoqueen I think 4 times resist Sludge Bomb, so they both make complete sense here. But they are also T-Tar food. I don't know if he's predicting me to want to go into T-Tar here or not, but I mean, T-Tar is my play. He has nothing else that I think he would try and go hard swapping into. Like, I wouldn't expect him to go hard Diggersby, because there is an element of risk that comes with that. If he goes hard Diggersby, I'll probably go hard into Buzzwole, because he'll either click U-turn to get damage off, or he'll, well, he could click U-turn to get damage off. That is something I haven't considered. I'll have to contemplate that. And I want to go hard Buzzwole because that allows me to scout what kind of Diggersby set he is. So if we go to T-Tar, Adam, please make your move. Man, he must be doing a live recording too. Yes, he goes in Bronzong, perfect. And the Bronzong is trapped, ladies and gentlemen. So we don't know what item it is, but T-Tar's inside. So that's awesome. We're going to click Pursuit. It is by far our best play. We lose literally nothing from it. If he wants to get up rocks, that's fine. We can scout exactly what set he is. I don't think he'd have Colbur because he knows that Unnerve is a potential thing on T-Tar. We just Pursuit. Literally no reason not to. If he reveals dual screens, then I Pursuit into Stealth Rock, and we go from there. Like, we made the play. We made the play, and we paid off. I'm pretty sure he could be dual screens. He could be the dual screens that I was expecting, which is where, like, Taunt right now would have been fucking phenomenal, but if he tries to swap and I went for Taunt, that would suck. So if I'm able to catch this thing with a Pursuit right now, that would be incredible. Because that opens the door for Amoonguss in this game massively. He then, like, all I gotta do then is weaken Queen, and the door's wide open. Pursuit is my play. I really want to go for rocks, but I want to punish this Bronzong as much as possible. Like, getting rid of this Bronzong opens the door for so many things. Like, if I get rid of Bronzong and then, like, weaken Shaman or just get rid of it, then even just Scarf Buzzwole into Earthquake is crazy good here. Alternatively, if I, like, get rid of Finny and Zong, then Ice Punch Bronzong. That's not Bronzong, Buzzwole. So yeah, Pursuit is the play. Yep, cool. Sweet. Bronzong is now effectively in range to the point where Finny reveals leftovers. That's good information. Bronzong is now to the point where it dies to Foul Play. So what I can do here is just go hard Amoonguss against the Finny and go from there, because he's probably going to click Moonblast, but that's fine. He doubles into Queen. It's a decent play on Adam's part. Queen is inside now, I guess, if you call this inside. What is my play against Nidoqueen? That's the real question everyone wants answered. Honestly, I think my play against Nidoqueen is going hard back into T-Tar, because realistically he's either going to click Sludge Wave, which I resist, or he's going to go for Rocks. And then I can just either Pursuit with T-Tar or just stay in and click Earthquake. So I think T-Tar is my play, just go hard back into it. It was a nice double, I guess, by Adam there with the Finny. Like, obviously Amoonguss was the play I was going to make, but still. I don't know, we see lefties on Finny, so I'm not sure what item yet, but Zong being chipped is huge. Nidoqueen's really just the last thing on his team I need chipped before I can really start going in with certain mons, like Amoonguss per se. So, I think he's either going to go for Rocks with his Nidoqueen, because obviously Rocks are really nice in this matchup, or he's going to go for, or he's just going to, like, go for... I don't think he Earth Powers here. I think he's going to click a move at Sludge Wave. Because, I don't know, Hawlucha reasons. I don't know. I'm going to go T-Tar just to scout what he wants to do. Because T-Tar, now that Bronzong's kind of been dealt with... I don't know, actually. I'm not really sure what my optimal play is here. Amoonguss versus Nidoqueen. Let's have a look what we got here. If he's, like, offensive Rocks, then my best move to hit him with is Giga Drain, which doesn't do a whole lot to a Queen at all. And he can really fuck me up back. So I think he's going to have Earth Power, right? So what I want to look at is my Tyranitar set. Earth Power is a 2-hit KO if he clicks it. What I'm just trying to think of is, like, if Earth Power is the play. If Earth Power is the play, how am I playing around it? Is the big question, I guess. I guess he doesn't know T-Tar's item, so that could potentially pressure him. This is a big turn. I always have a Lucha to pressure afterwards if I need it to, I guess. Giga Drain's just not going to do enough to Queen. I feel like this is Adam's chance to get up Rocks, but he also can just click Earth Power, and that's obviously terrifying. I always have Azu that can come in and revenge Queen. As much as I liked having the Chople on T-Tar, I think at this stage of the game, with Zong already weakened, T-Tar's done its job. Unless that's like a Berry Zong, that would suck, but... It's just contemplating like what I want to go into, because I'm either going like... There's two players I have in mind right now. I think I'm going to go hard Hawlucha. The reason being is because I think Adam's best play this turn is... because he knows that T-Tar could come in, is to go for Earth Power. So I could go hard Hawlucha, right? And then double into T-Tar, because if he goes for Rocks, it's fine. He has to then go for like Thunderbolt or Ice Beam or whatever to hit me. Then I can double into T-Tar and live any hit he throws at me. So as crazy as it sounds, I think I'm going to go hard Hawlucha here. Yep, he Earth Powered. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And then what I'm going to do here is go probably hard back into T-Tar, because Adam knows he can take any hit from Hawlucha. He can just fire off an Ice Beam or a Thunderbolt. If he goes back into Finny, then, you know, well played, I guess, but I can always just go back into Amoonguss and do shenanigans, so... I'm going to go hard T-Tar, because I don't think he has a reason not to just keep Nidoqueen in. He knows there's nothing Hawlucha can go for that necessarily threatens it, and he knows he can knock it out, and then by me going hard back into T-Tar, I can put myself in a pretty good position. The only downside is that Sam would run out next turn, but I believe I can still potentially take the Earth Power if I needed to. Yeah, I'm just going to go T-Tar, because I believe he'll stay in. He actually Earth Powered twice and gets a crit. That crit sucks. That crit sucks a lot. Crit, did he need to be modest to knock out my T-Tar? No. That's a huge turn for Adam, because now I'm kind of forced into my Azumarill, which is very unfortunate for me. Damn. Okay. Alright, what am I going to do? I got to think. He could just still be... I'm going to go Azu, I think, because he will probably just go Shaman. But I can still take advantage of Shaman with other things. It's honestly, though, looking like, right, because Bronzong's weakened, realistically, all I need is to damage the Finny, and then the door is open for Hawlucha, because it's looking like it has to be an offensive Queen. Nidoqueen had to be offensive in order to crit and kill my Tita, so I'm going to go into Blue Chungus. And click Liquidation, because he can't kill me with Sludge Wave. If he goes into Shaman, so be it. I can go back into a Moongus, and Giga Drain into Foul Play the Sludge Bomb, even into Foul Play, will knock out his Zong. Like, it's free. So, I'm just going to click Liquidation here. If he stays in Sludge Waves, I can obviously live because I have the Kebia. I'm designed to live this Sludge Wave from Nidoqueen, and then I can knock it out. And if for some reason he lets his Queen die here, that is so good for me. But I assume he's going to go Shaman. I can go into my Moongus. I can fire off probably just a Sludge Bomb, honestly, because even if Queen comes back in, then I just have to start weakening Queen with Giga Drain, but I'm going to Liquidation here. I have to. That turn sucked because, like, I could have... When the Sandstorm ended, I could have kept T-Tar alive still. I could have still played around Nidoqueen there, depending on what he wanted to click. Like, he didn't know what item I was on T-Tar, so he could have been threatened by Scarf. Damn, I could have SD'd up with Lucha there for free. He just let that happen. But I guess he knew that I was going to swap. How much is Buzzwole doing to offensive Queen? That's another thing, actually. So all I need really is that chip. Like, the Giga Drain chip from a Moongus will put Nidoqueen in range of EQ from Buzzwole, so that's important. I'm going to Liquidation, though, because I can live a Sludge Wave. And Adam is probably wondering why the hell there's... Okay, so the reason I probably... Like, what I'm thinking Adam's thought process is that... Okay, I accidentally maximized my screen. Minimize again. The reason he must think that I brought in Azu is because maybe he thinks that I'm Jolly Banned for some reason, and he's worried about potentially Aqua Jet knocking out his Nidoqueen. But he also knows that... like, even banded Aqua Jet doesn't knock out Nidoqueen, so maybe he thinks that I'm Kebia or I'm something. I'm going to Liquidation regardless. The crit does suck, obviously, because... I mean, it does really suck. Like, my plays around Nidoqueen were pretty few and far between there. I had to basically sack something in that situation because Queen came in against the Moongus, which is unfortunate, but because Buzzwole's weakened, there is still a door that is opening. I can see my path to victory. Slowly but surely. There's definitely a way that I win this. I just got to try and play to the best of my ability to, you know, get to that way. And one of those ways is obviously weakening this Nidoqueen. And in order to do that, I'm probably going to have to fire for Liquidation here. Like I said, Sludge Wave can't knock me out. I don't believe that Thunderbolt has the capacity to knock out my Azumarill, even if he was Life Orb and Modest. Thunderbolt does 93.7 max, and Modest Sludge Wave with a Life Orb does 74.6 max, which does mean if Adam was able to crit again, he has a chance to knock me out behind my Kevia, but I'm just going to Liquidation. He does double in a Shaman, I'm just going to fire for Liquidation for free, get some chip. Nice defense drop on the Shaman. The defense drop's interesting. I think it actually forces Shaman to attack this turn, which is really nice. It may force him to have to attack this turn, which would be great, but I don't think he will. I'm just going to go into a Moongus. If he goes back into Nidoqueen, my play then with a Moongus is just going to be spamming Giga Drain against Nidoqueen to open the door for Buzzwole to then just kind of spam Ice Punch, because even if Finny comes in, I can pressure that afterwards if need be. So yeah. We just go into a Moongus, he fires off a C-Play, he does get the Spadef drop, which is interesting. Now, with the Spadef drop though, he can't knock me out, and I believe I can knock out his Shaman set with Sludge Bomb. Because I believe I had typed in a 248 Shaman, which he has to be Fizz Def to have taken hits from Azumarill, by the way, I'm just saying, he has to be. But with my Moongus set, with max HP Shaman, he pretty much will die to Sludge Bomb. And even if he has Psychic, we kind of ascertain that he probably doesn't have any special attack investment. So a +2 Psychic from here is doing 61.4 to 72.7. So I think he has to attack this turn, right? And I think he has to click Psychic. So what I kind of want to do actually is go hard into Coco, because I don't see him healing. The issue is I can see him going hard Queen, which sucks for my Coco set because it doesn't really touch Queen. I think I have to Sludge Bomb, because if I can knock out Shaman here with my Amoonguss, then Azumarill just comes to play against the rest of his team. So I'm going to Sludge... the risk is obviously if he goes into Queen, though. I could double into Azumarill. If I double into Azu, it's not too bad, because that also covers the Queen play. What does Adam do here? Does he knows Psychic won't kill, but does he know that I won't be able to kill him? He saw me double last time. I just don't want to put in a situation where Nidoqueen gets to come in for free again. If Nidoqueen comes in again, then my play might just be hard into Azumarill, because I have the Kebia, I can take the hit, and then if Shaman stays low, then I can like Aqua Jet Queen. Queen's a fucking problem. Wait, no, does the Sludge Bomb... How much does Sludge Bomb do to Queen? Nothing. Does literally nothing. Earth Power, if I am at -2 with this set, is pretty much knocking me out. To Sludge Bomb or not to Sludge Bomb? If I Sludge Bomb and knock out Shaman, it's awesome, but then at the same time he also does go into Queen for free. I probably then have to go hard into Azumarill, which could eat up 1 Earth Power, and then I threaten with Aqua Jet and then go from there. Because then, if I threaten that with Aqua Jet, then Coco can just come in and do some shit. I think I Sludge Bomb, guys, I'm going for it. He does Psychic, it won't knock me out, I can knock him out with Sludge Bomb. Boy, do I get a poison? Yes, there it is. Let's go. That's awesome. Shaman's dead. That's lit. So good for me. Look, after he was able to crit my T-Tar, I'll take a poison. I will take a poison to the bank. I can swap out this Amoonguss and preserve it still. That is awesome. Potentially he'll go into Kang. Potentially. If he goes into Kang, what's my play? If he goes into Kang, I've got 2 options. I either go into Coco hard, predict him to want to sub. Yeah, because if he subs, then it's annoying. I don't really want to sack Amoonguss here, because Amoonguss obviously is just really, really nice here still. Especially if I keep it healthy, because it looks like a defensive Finny, because it came in against T-Tar. I don't know. That turn's huge for me though, because Azumarill is at full health still and is a massive threat to Adam's team. Aqua Jet now is something he can't really deal with that well, and all I really need now is chip on the Nidoqueen, and Azumarill even looks like a massive threat, because like I said, A-Jet's just huge. Weakens Diggersby just freely, weakens Nidoqueen to the range where it might just die to Coco going for Grass Knot. How much is my Coco's Grass Knot doing to the Queen? Not a whole lot, really. I should have ran Hidden Power Ice in hindsight. He does go into the Zong. This is exactly what I expected. And this is great, because I should be able to drop a Foul Play and knock him out, right? Judging on Pursuit damage, the Pursuit did exactly what I expected it to do in the calc, so Foul Play should just kill Bronzong. So we're going for it. No! You're joking. He lived on 1. Whack. That sucks. That sucks for me. That's annoying. I think I have to go hard Azu, because I can just Aqua Jet and knock this thing out. But that roll sucks. What the actual fuck? So Bronzong against Tyranitar. Let's first look at that. So I pursued him and it did 69%. Which means he had to be running maybe a bit of Spadef. Like a bit. He had to be like max HP with some, sorry, a bit of defense. For Pursuit to have done that much, he could have been fully Fizz Def actually. But for him to be fully Fizz Def, right? I don't think he was. Probably offensive. I have to go into a zoom rule here. The zoom rule takes a hit, which sucks, but I can still pressure things with Aquajet. And it can outspeed everything on his team afterwards, actually. Damn. The zoom rule's nice here. What am I talking about? That's fucking great. Only downside of Azu is then Kang comes in under Trick Room, which is super annoying. But I do always have a Moongus afterwards. Yeah, I'm gonna go Azu. Explosion will not kill me. And I'm still under Trick Room, which is nice, because I do outspeed everything. He could go Kangaskhan here. So Zong's dead, Shaman's dead. What I'm now trying to think of is... well, the thing in the back of my mind is Buzzwole. With Finny and Nidoqueen still out there though, like... it's interesting. If Kang comes in, I may just Liquidation, to be perfectly honest with you. The tricky thing with Kang is now it outspeeds most of my team, barring Amoonguss and Azu. So Kang will come in and there'll be 2 turns of Trick Room left. Right? Yeah. So I could double out from Azu maybe into Amoonguss to maybe take a hit from Kang. Then let it die. I always have Swole in the back that can always pressure Kang anyway. If he goes into Nidoqueen or into Diggersby, I outspeed both. I guess what he might be counting is like... Diggersby? That Bronzong also just did Explosion, and I want to know how much that should have done to me. Because if that Foul Play from Moongus had killed, then I didn't have to have my Azu weakened, and that would have been huge. So Explosion to my Azu set. It's looking like it was just no attack investment and bulk, and it looks like the Foul Play could have been a roll with a Moongus. I don't know how much of a roll it was, really. It really depends on his investment. I don't know how much of a roll that was. It sucks, though. If a Moongus had been able to knock out Zonglair, and then Azumarill could have stayed at full health, then that could have been good. But this is still good, because I'm under Trick Room, and I outspeed everything on his team. He may not risk going Kang because of the potential for me just to click... the potential of me just going for, what's it called? Superpower. Maybe. I expect Kang to be his play, and like I said, my play then is probably just going hard on Moongus and hoping for the best, because I'm going to look at Kangaskhan. If he's adamant, Double Edge would kill, but I'm expecting Return. He may have Fake Out too. So Return would probably kill a Moongus. Which sucks. Would Return kill my Azu set? Probably, yeah, I would assume so. Yeah. But my Azu set can fire off like a Liquidation and get a guaranteed big chunk of damage off, which is nice. He can't go into Queen because I will Liquidation it. He can't go into Diggersby. Well, he could go into Diggersby if he's banded, but if he's banded, then that can open the door for me. But even banded Diggersby, Quick Attack doesn't even kill my Azu set from here, so that's huge. Adam and banded Diggersby can't kill me from here, so it's a big choice for Adam. I think he either goes into Finny or he goes into Kang. And Finny's really good for me if he goes into, because it could be defensive, right? But Moonblast can't kill me from here, and Player Up is doing almost half to Finny. So that's huge. I think he has to go Kang or he goes Finny. And if he goes either of them, I think my play is still just clicking... Like, I Liquidate against the Kang, and I Player Up against the Finny. He does go into Kang. Okay. So he knows he can kill me, right? See, the thing is, Azumarill is so important to me that I just can't afford for it to be sacked. I think what I have to do here is go into a Moongus. I think I have to go hard into a Moongus, because I think he's going to try and kill me here with Kang, but then I can always just go into Buzzwole and threaten him with the fact that I could be faster and force him to swap, and then I basically just click Earthquake because it covers him going into Nidoqueen and it covers him going into Finny. But see, if that's my series of plays, right, then... if that's my series of plays, the issue with that is that, man. See, Azumarill is really nice to keep around, because like I said, from this range, it can live a Diggersby Quick Attack and get damage off. It can also damage Nidoqueen to the range where it dies to something. And it could be gold in a late game, because it can still live a hit from Finny. But that, at the same time, that's why Moongus is so good. But at the same time, is it though? Because, like, my thought process is, right, Finny's probably going to come in. How am I winning this game? Is the way I need to look at this. Because my other play against Kang, obviously, in this situation, is going into Buzzwole. Because Kangaskhan could do a decent, like, body slam. Return's probably the move you click, right? Or you click Power Up Punch. That's my thought process, is going hard Buzzwole here. Because Buzzwole hopefully will threaten out the Kangaskhan with the fact that I could click Superpower and kill him. He could Power Up Punch, he could sub, he could do a lot of things. I'm going to make the risky play because Azumarill and Amoonguss are both still important in this matchup. Because fucking Finny's still around and I can click Giga Drain against it. I'm going to go into Buzzwole because I can go into Amoonguss against Finny. I'm doing it, I'm going into Buzzwole. He gets Return off. Gets good chunks, gets a crit, which kind of sucks there. But in this situation, right, my only play, I think, is clicking my only play I feel with Buzzwole now is clicking Earthquake because it covers him going into Finny and it covers him going into Nidoqueen. I don't think Adam stays in with his Kangaskhan. It's a risk for him to do it because he knows that Return didn't kill. He knows there's a good chance that Buzzwole could outspeed. Well, he knows that under Trick Room, Buzzwole could outspeed, so that's the threat that he's facing right now. So I think he's going to go out to Nidoqueen or Finny, and because of that, I think Earthquake is my play. With my it's a risk, right? Because he could just stay in and remove like Flamethrower, but at the same time, I don't think he has a reason to risk his Kang when he has a full health Finny and a full health Nidoqueen in the back. I'm going to click Earthquake. Yes, he goes into Queen. That's perfect. Oh, that is so good for us. Okay. Okay. What are you doing, Adam? What move are you clicking? Because Scarf Swole is now very much alive with potentially Poison Jab on Finny. Who knows? This is a big turn. Trick Room has one turn left. This is a really, really big turn. Nidoqueen now is basically almost in range of this Grass Knot. It's in range of Z Grass Knot from Coco, which is all I really care about, because I can potentially just SD up on Diggersby. All that's left now is Chip on Finny, and I think Lucha can do it. So, what am I doing this turn, though, is the question. I think I'm going hard Azu. Right? Because if I'm Adam and I have a Nidoqueen, you have to think about like what's actually going to kill my Buzzwole. So even with no bulk, if he was a timid Queen, he cannot knock me out with Earth Power here. And I feel like he has to be timid in this matchup because I'm pretty sure it's speed creeping something on my team. So that means does Sludge Wave do more? Yeah. Sludge Wave would just knock me out. Would knock me the fuck out. So I really want to go hardball Lucha, but it's not worth risking my win con. I think my play is going to be sacking Amoonguss. Because if I do that, then Azu comes in on the next turn and clicks Aqua Jet, knocks out his Nidoqueen. He probably then goes back into Kang. If I can get a superpower off on Finny, that basically puts it in range of Horlucha. So I think if I'm going to sack anything, it's going to be my Moongus here against the Nidoqueen. Actually lived. That's lit. Not that it really matters, because he's just going to click Sludge Wave again and knock me out. And then we just go... Actually, on the next turn, I probably just go into Koko, don't I? No, I could keep Koko's Z-move around for that Diggersby, dude. That's the thing. Because Diggersby, like I said, if it reveals Scarf, allows a free SD. So, I'm going to click Giga Drain. As he kills me. Okay. Right. So, Nidoqueen from this range will not die. I could go back into Buzzball now and pressure it with the fact that I have EQ. But I think my play is just a Azumarill because I can knock out this Queen with Aqua Jet, and then the issue of knocking it out with that is that then Kang's going to come in. This is why I think that Koko is the play. My fear with Koko, though... Let me look at something. If Nidoqueen wasn't Life Orb against my Tyranitar set, if Nidoqueen wasn't Life Orb, there is no way Crit Earth Power could have killed me unless maybe he was Modest. That would have had to have been the maxest of rolls. What I'm worried about is if his Nidoqueen is Modest Sheer Force but is Scarfed. That's the thing that's on my mind right now, I guess. So let me look at my Amoonguss set again and see if the damage is justifying a Scarfed variant. I don't think it is. Sludge Wave did way more. It did 53.6. So there's no way that he's Scarf Queen. There is absolutely no way, because a Modest Scarf Queen Sludge Wave would not have done that much. He had to have been Life Orb for sure. And I think he had to have been Modest. I think he actually has to be Modest Queen here, because Timid didn't do enough. So he has to be Modest Queen. I'm going to go into Koko and click Z Grass Knot and knock this thing out. He may try and preserve this for some reason, I doubt it. But I think I have to go into Koko and click Z Grass Knot, because if I go into Buzzwole and click Earthquake, he could just go into Finny. But that could also work, because if he goes into Finny and lets my Buzzwole fire off 2 EQs against it... That's actually interesting. Yeah, that's another thing I hadn't considered. Is if Buzzwole fires off 2 EQs against Finny, then Finny knocks it out. Then I go into Koko. I can just fire off a T-Bolt. If he goes into Diggersby and reveals Scarf, Scarf Return can't kill me. If he reveals Scarf EQ, because Finny's chipped, then SD Lucha wins. Let's do it. We always have Azul as a sack if we need it. And we can also just go hard Koko against the Finny if we have to. So there's that. I'm just going to click EQ. I can definitely just go hard Koko against Finny. So I'm just going to EQ here to get the damage that I need on Finny to basically put it in Lucha range. And if he sacks off Queen here, then I may just EQ again. We know there's no way that he's Scarfed. We can knock this Queen out with Earthquake 110%. And then if Finny comes in, then what's the situation looking like? Buzzwole versus Finny. If he's like the max HP Finny set they always show on Showdown, then I can fire off a +1 Earthquake and do almost half to his Finny. He would then subsequently knock me out. And then I could go into Koko. Yeah, if he lets Queen die, that's such a bad play by him. Because if he lets Queen die, then my Z move is just solely for the Diggersby to knock it out, and then I think Koko can just clean from that point. Not to mention I have a Lucha and a Scarf Buzzwole in the back. So yeah, I think if he sacks off Queen here, then I can just, you know, click EQ with Buzz against Finny for free. When he goes into Finny too, because he knows he needs it for Lucha, I could also just click Z Grass Knot against Finny. Potentially. I EQ here. There is no other play. If he goes into Kang, I still chip that. Like, obviously I won't be at +1. But EQ still has a good chunk, and he doesn't know what I'm going to click, because I could just click Superpower and knock out this, or I could click Ice Punch. Like, he doesn't know what move I'm going to click. I'm clicking EQ. 100%. Clicking EQ here. If he lets Nidoqueen die, that is amazing for me, because then I can either just chip down the Finny if it comes in, or like I said, I can go hard Koko and then potentially fire off the Z move if I need to. I kind of want to keep Koko healthy though, in case I need it for the Kang. Because if Queen just dies here, then I don't even really need Azu, because I'm barely taking a hit from Finny, I'm taking nothing from Kang. And with Diggersby, if it's Scarfed, I still have Hawlucha in the back that can just kill it. And I have Koko. And I have Scarf Buzzwole, which can potentially outspeed it if he's like Adamant Scarf. So EQ. Awesome. Awesome. That's a great turn for us. That is such a good turn for us. What does Adam do now? Does he go Finny? He does. That's huge. So we just click EQ. And then go into Koko. And then Profit. We 100% click EQ. If he reveals Scarf Finny now... No, he doesn't. He's lefties. We click EQ. Perfect. Awesome. Great. Koko's in. He can't risk his Finny here, so I'm going to Z Grass Knot. Because if Finny dies now, he wants to keep it around to prevent shit. I think he has to go hard Diggersby. And yeah, like at this point I can just kind of... Yeah, I think... No, isn't the checkmate play to Thunderbolt into the Diggersby switch in and then Z Grass Knot? Because yeah, if he's Scarfed, then Hawlucha just SDs and I win. Let me just double check. The only thing left to check is how much fully Fizz Death Finny takes from Hawlucha. +2 acrobatics with no item to fully defensive Tapu Fini is a roll to kill from here. It is a roll. A roll in his favour. With Moonblast basically being able to knock me out too. That's a little bit concerning. But I have ways around it, because Hawlucha can also just set up on that. Or just pressure that as well. Just trying to think of my end game here, guys. I'm sorry this is like taking so long. What I want to look at is if that Finny set justifies my Buzzwall's damage. It honestly doesn't. Buzzwole did how much? 33%. No, to Nidoqueen. It did 39 to Finny, which means that Finny's not running max defense. For it to do 39, that could have just been a max... Yeah, that could just be a Finny with some bulk. So, there's a chance that Hawlucha's going to knock out Finny from here. My question is, like, do I click T-Bolt? It all comes down to if I click T-Bolt, because obviously I am a Koko here against the Finny. Grass Knot doesn't really do... Well, Z Grass Knot does. Z Bloom Doom from here to max HP Finny will pretty much knock it out. So if he stays in, it's good. If he goes Kang, I can still knock that shit out too, and it covers the Diggersby play. The question is, what does Adam do here? I think I click Volt Switch, because if he stays in with Finny, Volt Switch will kill it. If he goes into Kang, I can Volt Switch into my Hawlucha, set up an SD, and then knock out Finny from here too. Volt Switch is my play. He goes Kang, perfect. So we Volt Switch on this, and we just go into Lucha and go for it. Because if he Scarf Dig, I still have coverage for it. Right? We can just go for it. Because if Finny lives, we do still have Azu, right? I just don't want to fuck this up, guys. I think I can go into Lucha and win. But the thing I'm concerned about is against this Kangaskhan right now. The biggest concern that I have with this Kangaskhan against my Hawlucha above anything else, above any other move, is Thunder Punch in electric terrain. Now, I will be at +1 defense, which is fine, but it is electric terrain boosted. Jeez, that's close. That's almost too close for my liking. This is such a tough choice. Because my thing that I'm just trying to think about here is like, if I go into a Zoomer from here, Coco's Thunderbolt is not going to knock out Kang. I think I have to go into Hawlucha. Well, I can tell from the, what did it click return against? It click return against my Buzzwole, so how much did that do? This is going to tell me if he's Adamant Kang, because Adamant Kang very much is an important thing to see. I don't think he's Adamant Kang, because he crit me on the second return, which makes sense. It's a jolly damage on my Buzzwole. So I think he will be Jolly Thunder Punch against my Hawlucha. And if he's Jolly Thunder Punch against my Hawlucha and Electric Terrain, how much... I need to look up Parental... This is so dumb. Parental Bond... Sure, Bulbapedia. Fuck it. Oh, this is such a tough turn. Half as strong. That's in Generation 6, Generation 7. 25% of the first strike. Okay. 25%. Okay, so... it does a quarter of whatever the first one did. So if it did like 75%, that would then do like... I think Hawlucha can live no matter what, and I have to go for it. At this point, guys, there's a chance he kills me with Kang, but I have to go for it with Hawlucha. I have to. If he is not Scarf Diggersby, we win. I think I have to go for it with Lucha here, guys. There's only two ways I can win. If I keep Coco at full health, then I can still beat Diggersby without it. Right? Oh! He has to be Jolly. From the damage output on Buzzwole, he has to be Jolly. Thunder Punch at its most will do 74% to my Hawlucha at 93%, which will take it then down to 19%, which from the calcs that I've done, 74% is 37, 18.5. I should live. The problem is, no, that's not a problem, because I just Drain Punch the Kang, and that should put me, with the Seed, stronger than Diggersby. Right? Diggersby, I'm pretty confident right now, is a Choice Scarf set. If Diggersby is a Choice Scarf set to my Hawlucha, after I Drain Punch the Kangaskhan, I should be able to live a Quick Attack. Guys, we have to go for it. Hawlucha's in. He can't allow me to SD. What I'm contemplating here, guys, is the thing that I'm contemplating the most is just Drain Punching, because I know that it knocks out Kang. And then when Finny comes in, I go into a Azumarill. Because although I won't be outspeeding the Diggersby, I'm pretty confident my Hawlucha, without the Electric Seed, if it's an Adamant Huge Power Diggersby, I can take any hit from it, and then subsequently Adamant Drain Punch should be able to finish the job. Because if I click Drain Punch here and knock out Kang, he's forced into Finny. I go out of Lucha into Azumarill against Finny. I Aqua Jet against the Finny, or he just knocks me out. Because at this point, the thing is, does Adam go... He can't go hard into Finny. He has to respect the threat that is Hawlucha right now, right? There's no way he can go hard into Finny. How much... If Kang is at 64%... So Drain Punch normally against Kang, how much am I normally getting back from Mega Kangaskhan? with no bulk invested. I'd be getting about like half of that. That should be enough to live a hit. Well, guys, we're doing it. He doubled into Finny. Let's go. Okay. Big boy plays. Big boy plays. This is a chance to kill. He actually doubled into Finny. That's crazy. So, there's a good chance I can still win this. It just comes down to the Diggersby set. My heart is racing right now. I don't know what kind of Diggersby he's running. He also doesn't know what Coco I'm running. He has no idea. He may click return, expecting me to be Shuka Coco, which I live, and then I can knock him out with Z move. Please tell me this kills Hawlucha. Please. No, it didn't kill. I died of that. Shit. So that did 65% to his Finny. Was that expected? +2. So how much investment would he have needed? Like max with Timon? What? I don't know. I don't know how close that was to killing. My play now, guys, is just Coco. I go Coco, I click Thunderbolt here against the Finny to knock it out. If he goes into Kang, I Volt Switch away from Kang into Azumarill to knock it out. I Thunderbolt in against Kang again, and then it's Diggersby. Yeah, we Volt Switch with Coco. No, we Thunderbolt with Coco into Volt Switch. So we just knock out Finny, right? Yeah, we just Thunderbolt and knock out Finny. So Finny's dead. He goes Diggersby. What this is now going to come down to, funnily enough... See, Adam's seen Thunderbolt and Volt Switch. What this may actually come down to... because I know that he's probably scarfed Diggersby. But as you remember from the team builders, I'm pretty sure I told you guys, my Coco is designed to actually take a return. So, he knows that, like, he loses if I'm Shuka. He knows that. So all I can do here is click Z Grass move and hope that maybe for some reason he was banned at Diggersby. If he clicks EQ, it's well played to Adam, he wins the game, and I'm really frustrated. Where did I go wrong? I think... where could I have brought this back from? I think it was that turn where I had to go Lucha. I think I knew that I needed more damage on the Finny in order to kill it. But I'm going to Z move here on the off chance that he's banded instead of scarfed, or if he somehow clicks return. Please, Adam, just click return. No. Ah! That crit sucked because it gave me an extra sack, which meant that things didn't have to get chipped. Like a Azumarill. What did Azumarill get chipped by again? Got chipped by something. Oh! A fucking Bronzong because of the fucking foul play roll with a Moongus. If Azumarill wasn't chipped, then after Buzzwole attacked Finny, I would have gone into Azu and clicked Play Rough. Because Kang had taken no chip already, I could have Play Roughed into another one. Kang then would have been basically removed from the game. Or I could have sacked off something else. Or basically I could have brought in full health Azu against the Nido Queen, knocked it out with A-Jet. And then if Kang came in, could have play roughed it. And then potentially if Kang was play roughed, then Buzzwole could knock it out with Jab. That sucks. So we're going to lose week 1 of the NPL due to a crit that knocked out my T-Tar and a min roll on foul play on his Bronzong, which sucks. Both of them mattered because T-Tar definitely would have lived the Earth Power and I could have gone into different mons at the time and played around it. I mean, GG to Adam, he played really well. Everyone's saying, oh, you know, you had perfect matchup, you possibly couldn't lose this game. Like, okay, sure. Sure I couldn't lose this game. Adam and Aquajet, if I crit, can it knock out Diggersby? 75% chance to. No.